everybody, I'm KK.
I'm Kristen.
Together we are
KK Crochet.
And this is a very special video because this is part 1 of the Decade Divas Party 2024. And this is a collaboration that was started and created by Shannon at the Spoony Stitcher in collaboration with Teresa at Critters Crochet. And they have taken us along for the ride along with Ashley from Gwenspire Crochet and Sonnet at the Sonnet Silence. So there are 5 of us. We all have a birthday in October, and we are celebrating those October birthdays by bringing you decades of crochet. And so ours is the first one, and we are from the 1920s. And there will be a video every Wednesday, and you're welcome to go back and look. And not only will we have a video today, all of the other ladies that we mentioned and linked below will have a video, so you can go check out their makes for today as well. And then next Wednesday there'll be a new decade and a new creator that you'll see first, and then you'll see all of ours as well. So 5 people, 5 weeks, so that's 25 videos for you to watch for the Decade Divas Crochet or Decade Divas Party 2024. So the first thing we want to talk about is what we made. So just one second. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I was telling you everything. So before we show our items, I also want to go over some other things that might be of interest to you. Number 1, these are all family friendly videos, so everything that comes out will be family friendly. And if you want to participate, which you have a chance to do, we just ask that you make yours family friendly as well, meaning that a child could watch it and there's nothing that they should not see. You can participate. You need to send the pictures of what you've created to one of the creators. I believe that you need to send it to the person who is doing the decade that you created for, or you can send it to Shannon at the Spoony Stitcher, and I will post a link to a video that she made down below that gives you all of the instructions, all the rules, all the information that you need to know about participating along with the collaboration, as far as making an item and submitting it and saying, hey, this is what I made for this decade, right? So I'll post that down below because there's no way I would remember everything, but you are more than welcome to go watch her video, and it tells you everything you would need to know. Yeah, so I just want to make sure that I covered everything before we move further. So I'm going to let Kristen go first, because for this particular decade, since this was our decade to make for, we each made an item. So I'm going to let her show you hers first and tell you why she made it.
Okay, so I made a crayon, and I did blue because blue-green's my favorite color. And the reason I did a crayon is because in the 1920s, Crayola was improving their products, and they were making sharpenable fine art crayons, and they were introducing new colors.
And crayons were a very popular toy back in that time. And it says online that Crayola crayons were 5 cents. Wow, that's cheap. Yeah, so that's her donation to, or a project for, the 1920s. And here's mine. He's a little wonky, but it's okay. This is my somebunny bear, and this is from the pattern that Miss C uses to do her sunbunnies. And this is with the red heart itty bitty, or whatever it's called. I think it's called something bitty stripes or something, but I call it itty bitty. And I can't remember the colorway. I bought this for a blanket and decided no, I wasn't going to use it for a blanket. I didn't like it. I'm glad I didn't use it for the blanket. I really am not completely fond of it for the teddy bear, but it's okay. I did change something here. She does her head differently, and I got here, and I'm using this for something specific where I wanted the bear to look like a younger bear, and so I wanted to try something out. So when it got to, I think, 18 stitches, I went around again with 18 stitches and then decreased to 12 and did another row of 12 and then increased up. And then the muzzle I made up. I couldn't even tell you what I did because I made it up. I embroidered on the eyes and the nose and facial features here. And the ears are the ones from Miss C's Somebody. So, yep, that's what I did. And he's kind of like a shelf sitter, but I did teddy bear because what we did was we looked up toys from the 1920s. And so this was a very popular toy back then, and one of the reasons it gives for it being a popular toy is that most of them were handmade instead of a lot of the mass production that was going on at the time. And toys were seen as collector's items back then. I guess they valued the art that was involved in creating. And so I decided that I would do a toy. Now, this was not the first item I made for the Decade Divas party. I made something for another decade, and that spurred us thinking about what we wanted to do for each one. So what you're going to see in our videos is a theme. And the theme for ours is going to be toys through the decades. So from now on, when you see a decade video from us, hint, hint, I'm giving it away at front. Can't help it. I'm so excited. We have done a toy from the decade. So all of ours are going to be toys. And maybe I shouldn't tell you that, but I'm going to because I'm so excited about the ones we made. So cool. And some of them you probably will be like, oh, I would have guessed that. But some of them I think you might be a little surprised. But we'll see. We'll see what you think. So these are our ones for the 1920s. We do have one other surprise for you. We received a box from Teresa from Critters Crochet, and it is in relation to our Decade Divas party. And so we're going to open it right now and show you everything she sent us. I'll put my bear over here on the shelf. This bear, by the way, is not for me. He is for a donation, and I'll talk about that later. You going to get the box?
Let me open that first.
Okay, so one of the things in the box is this bag that says never give up, and it's nice and big for all your hooks, and I like a big hook bag. And it says, KK and Kristen, I was so happy when I found out I had, she was happy we were going to join in. She said, I hope you love what I sent you. Can't wait to see your makes for Decade Divas. Love, Teresa. Thank you, Teresa. We love you too. And so inside the bag were stitch markers, Yarnology stitch markers. And of course these come with a set for crochet and a set for knitting. And then there were 3 crochet hooks. Let's see if I can. An eye. What does that say?
Okay.
Oh, I couldn't see. An eye, a K, and another I. Did I get that right? Yeah. So, because I is one of my favorite hook sizes, I, J, and H are my 3 favorites. And then there's this yarn, which is a Hobby Lobby yarn, and teal is Kristen's favorite color.
And the colorway is Deep Sigh.
I love it. And she sent me, I just love this. She sent me a bee. And if you know, you know. Bumblebee's Mountain Outreach. How cute is that? So I'm going to add him over here to my collection of stuffies that I have that I've made and other people have sent me.
And if you know, you know, I got a cow bat squishmallow.
They can't hear you because you're putting your face in it.
He's a cow, he's a bat, and he's a squishmallow.
He's the best of all the things she likes. Cows, Halloween. Yep. So cute.
I love him so much.
So cute.
Thank you.
She loves him.
Okay, and then I'm trying to find a colorway on this.
Let's see.
Yeah, you look.
Yeah, I don't know colorway. It may be on there. I've never had these before, so I don't know where to look. But for those of you who got the bobbins before, remember when these were on sale? I never got any, and now feeling them, I had never used them. I wish I had gotten them because this is so soft. And it's a teal with like a silver gray. So pretty. And there's the sweater it's supposed to make. So very, very pretty. I love those. I think those have been discontinued. Let me know in the comments below if I'm wrong.
I just dropped mine.
Pick it up.
Ooh,
Okay.
Hot rod.
Ow!
Are you okay?
No! You knocked my phone off and hit my foot.
Sorry.
Alright, so she sent us 2 of these. It's the jars, and they say, just a girl who loves yarn. And they have the straw that's removable and the lid. So I'll take the lid off because inside there's a stitch marker lollipop. Pink, of course.
Come on out.
Do not. Oh, that's instructions for the care of the.
And then mine
glass.
is a yellow gummy bear.
That's cute. Very cute. Teresa, thank you very much for sending this. We appreciate that. What a great thing, right? Have a party, get a gift. It's like we all have a birthday, so why not? So join us for Decade Divas Party 2024 every Wednesday. There will be one video on each channel. And like I said, each diva has their own decade. Ours was the 20s. And so next week, come back and see what the decade is and go visit all the different decade divas and watch their channels and see what they've created. Nobody knows. I don't know, Kristen and I don't know what anybody else has created. They don't know anything that we've created. It's been a secret. So we've kept it a secret. So you guys are the first to know, even before they know. Isn't that cool? Even before we know, you guys will know what they made before we did. So it's really a lot of fun and a great way to celebrate our birthdays. So join us again next Wednesday, same time, same place, for the Decade Divas Party 2024. And ours will be every Wednesday at 9 a.m. And I believe they are 8 a.m. Central. So check the videos out and go see what everybody's made. And, oh, we have a question of the day.
Okay.
Actually, we have a trivia of the day.
Yes.
We have decade trivia. So this is a 1920s decade trivia question.
What popular dance style, often associated with flappers, became widely popular during the Roaring '20s?
Okay, and I don't know. I think I know what it is, but I don't know the name of it. I've seen them doing it in my head. It's funny because flappers was the first thing I thought of when I thought of 1920s. And when we first started talking about decade divas, kind of my thought process is how we got to toys. I started with flappers, and then I went to hats and thought, well, we make hats all the time, so I'll make a hat that represents every decade and the style of that decade. And I was going to make a cloche hat, and for some reason, something triggered me about another decade, and I went, I want to make that for that decade. And so it became trying to find a toy for each decade. And so that's how this became toy themed. So each week for us, you will see a toy from the decade. So don't forget to come back and check with us and see what kind of toys were popular during that decade. I'm really super excited about it. So many of them pushed me out of my comfort zone, and I'm really, really pleased with it. So don't forget to come back and see us and answer the trivia question down below. Go visit all the other girls, and especially check out the first video that is tagged down below from Shannon that will tell you all about the Decade Divas Party 2024, and will give you all the information you need to know so that I don't have to repeat it and mess it up. Go check out her channel and that one video for sure first before you decide to create anything, and make sure that you know all the rules, and don't forget to be family friendly too. Don't forget to be kind, because
you don't know anybody else's journey.
Bye.
Bye.